Here are the test scores for the guy you filled out the form for. He scored a B minus. This guy is a risky bet. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He is unlikely to go far in his career, and honestly, he may not even talk big about it. Ambition and drive aren't his strong points. You may find he changes jobs often or settles for less demanding roles.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he's more likely to break down than bounce back. Small setbacks can feel huge to him, and he may become upset, worry a lot, or even want to quit. It's not that he doesn't care, but handling stress and bouncing back isn't easy for him.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work are likely to find him gentle and polite, and he rarely gets into fights or openly argues. He's not the type to raise his voice or cause trouble. People might overlook him or not take his opinion seriously because he avoids confrontation and often keeps to himself.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
He will probably feel happy for you and respond with gentle words and kindness. Jealousy or competition aren't really in his nature. He won't resent you, but he may become more withdrawn or seem sad sometimes.
What if you start earning more than him?
He's not likely to resent you for earning more money. Instead, he may quietly feel unsure of himself or a bit down, but it won't come out as anger or jealousy. If you show him love and reassure him that his worth isn't tied to money, it can help him feel better.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He isn't naturally careful with money, but he's not a wild spender either. He might forget to plan ahead or just put off making important decisions about saving and budgeting. But it's not recklessness, it's more about not paying enough attention or having the energy to be organized.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He usually lives within his means and doesn't pretend to be richer than he is. Showing off or trying to impress others with money just isn't in his nature. In fact, he might keep things simple and avoid drawing attention to himself altogether.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is kind and open hearted, always ready to help or share what he has with others. When someone asks for support or a bit of comfort, he'll do his best even if it means giving his own share. His kindness is quiet and genuine, not loud or showy.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is generally open and honest about money, not secretive or controlling. If you ask him about finances, he'll likely tell you the truth, even if he's feeling unsure or embarrassed about not having much. He doesn't hide things or try to control how money is used in the relationship.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is not the type to insist that housework is only your job. In fact, he's likely to agree that chores should be shared, even if he isn't always quick or organized about getting things done. He won't argue if you ask for help and won't dump all the work on you out of stubbornness or pride.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He will genuinely try to help with chores and diapers rather than just supervise or sit back. He cares about your comfort and doesn't see these tasks as only your duty. Even if he isn't always quick or confident about what to do, his heart is in the right place and he'll do his best when you ask him.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He doesn't argue just to prove he's right. In fact, he's much more likely to listen quietly and try to understand your side, even if it's hard for him. But you won't find him forcing his opinions or trying to win fights.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he stays respectful and doesn't use hurtful words or act aggressively. He might get upset or emotional, and sometimes he withdraws or becomes quiet. But he's not the type to shout, insult, or lash out. Instead of fighting or blaming, he tends to keep his feelings to himself or walk away from the situation to cool off.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, he does get upset and emotional quite quickly, even over small things. This means you might see him feeling hurt or anxious often, sometimes withdrawing or losing his calm in stressful moments. This isn't a red flag like anger that turns violent or cruel, but it is something important to notice.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He is usually able to say sorry and take responsibility when something goes wrong. Blaming you or making excuses isn't his style. He worries too much about hurting your feelings to do that. But given a little time and gentle support, he'll come around and admit where he went wrong.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
Yes, he will respect your boundaries and he truly understands that no means no. He is gentle at heart and would never want to make you uncomfortable or push you into something you don't want. If you say no, he's more likely to step back and even worry about your comfort, making sure you feel safe and respected. You won't have to argue or repeat yourself for him to get the message.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he might take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. He tends to be sensitive and worries easily. So your no could make him feel sad, rejected, or unsure of himself, even though you've done nothing wrong. He won't get angry or pressure you, but you may notice him becoming withdrawn or quiet afterward.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to handle private moments with care. He is gentle and values your feelings, so he wouldn't use your private or intimate moments to hurt or embarrass you later. His nature is to protect your trust, not break it.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is likely to be faithful, as he isn't someone who seeks excitement or attention from others easily. His gentle and reserved nature means he isn't drawn to chasing after new people or flirting around. You probably won't have to worry about him wandering or hiding things from you.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
He is not over possessive, jealous, or controlling. In fact, he's the opposite, gentle and trusting. If he feels insecure, he might become quiet or withdrawn rather than trying to control you.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
No, his protective nature is not a cover for being controlling. When he looks out for you, it comes from genuine care and worry, not from wanting to boss you around or make all the decisions. He's much too gentle and unsure of himself to try to control your choices or limit your independence.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He sees parenting as something both of you should share, not just your job alone. He wants to help and be part of the children's lives, even if he isn't always sure how to manage everything. He truly cares and will try to do his part, especially with gentle encouragement.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he's unlikely to lose his temper or become harsh with them. Instead, he may get anxious or worried, and sometimes he might become tearful or overwhelmed, but not angry or frightening. If things get too stressful, he might step away for a while to calm down, but he won't lash out.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
Yes, he will support you as both a mother and your own person. He cares deeply about your feelings and wants you to be happy, not just as a mom, but as yourself too. Instead, he'll quietly cheer you on, offering gentle encouragement and understanding.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
No, he is not the kind of man who will secretly expect you to quit your career after having a child. His support for your work is genuine. He wants you to feel happy and fulfilled both at home and in your job. You won't find him praising your work today just to take it back in the future.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He will treat your parents with real warmth and genuine kindness, not just polite words on the surface. His caring nature shines through in how he listens and tries to make others feel comfortable. You won't have to worry about fake smiles or forced conversations. He will try to adjust to your family rather than expecting them to change for him.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he is unlikely to make things worse. Instead, he might become quiet, anxious, or withdrawn, but he won't react with anger or create drama. You might need to take the lead in handling tricky family issues, as he often feels overwhelmed and unsure in emotionally charged situations.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
No, he is not the type to be modern with you privately, but expect you to act like a traditional, supportive wife in front of his relatives. He is gentle and true to himself, so he does not play double standards or silently pressure you to put on an act for others. He values your comfort and happiness above putting on a show.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he will support you emotionally, but he's more likely to stay out of direct conflict rather than step in or openly side with anyone. He isn't bold about taking stands, especially if things get tense with his family. Instead, he'll quietly listen to you, comfort you, and make sure you feel heard in private.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He is not a mummy's boy in the sense of putting his mother above everything or blindly following her wishes, but he does find it hard to take sides in family conflicts. His gentle nature means he avoids upsetting anyone, especially his mother or you. So he may not stand up strongly in the middle of a disagreement. If you need him to clearly support you, you'll have to ask directly and gently guide him.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
He's not someone who runs to share every detail of your fights or private matters with his mother or sister. He prefers to keep personal things within your relationship, partly because he's private by nature and also because he finds it hard to open up about emotional struggles, even to family. Still, if this happens often, it can create trust problems or make you feel exposed.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Based on all we know about him, this guy is a B minus. This guy is a risky bet from a relationship perspective. Being in a relationship with this man feels safe, gentle, and warm, but also sometimes heavy with responsibility. Every day you'll notice his kindness. He'll listen, offer comfort, and avoid conflict, wanting you to feel cared for.